What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news video on this Tuesday. And it's game week. We play Verona on Sunday, so that's good. International break finally over, finally done with that. You know, um not bad football, but like just not the same vibe, feeling, whatever you want to call it. Um, First of all, before I start, because I want to talk about. Actually, this video was planned to be a Chiesa video. I will talk about Chiesa, but it turned out it's going to be a Vlahović video. But before I get into it, thanks to everybody who watched the podcast with all Juve cast, who showed support, love, subscribe to them as well. The response is brilliant, as we expected. And, you have asked for more, and more will come because we are planning to do it regularly on our channel, on their channel, with not just me and Alberto, but Justin, Julian, and the crew over there. So we will mix it up. So it will be fun, and they will be. The plan is to have them regularly, at least twice a month. One on our channel, one on their channel. So stay tuned for that. But thanks. If you haven't watched it, go watch it back after this video, for sure. Now let's get into today's one. Okay, so as I said, I made everything to make it a Chiesa video. I made it like hours before I'm recording this because he had his checks in Austria, and I will talk about that later. And before I was planning to do this video, I was tuned into the Serbia game against Montenegro. Actually, I tuned in the second half when Vlahović came on. To be completely honest, because I was watching a bit of France as well, so I tuned in the second half, to watch that game. You can call it a scrappy game because it's it's like Belgium playing the Netherlands, only 10 times worse in terms of intensity and whatever. It's always a tough game, when they play each other. But I actually enjoyed the game, and I enjoyed Vlahović. Now, I will say off the top already, on the ball, like his passing ability wasn't good. I will never claim it's good. I will never claim it will be great. I make my peace with that. It needs to improve, but I make my peace with what he is on the ball in certain areas of the pitch. I'm actually okay with it. Like, he needs to improve with that, but even a single improvement, I'm okay with that. But his ability to score goals in and around the box, I'll keep saying it, is undeniable for me. Like, it is. Because he knows how to score goals. Like, he just knows. If you look at the two goals, the first one, the movement, it was great. He knows where the ball is coming, where the player is going to pull it back. And it was a great finish. The second one as well. It wasn't that easy. He puts it away very neatly. He can score goals. That's what he does. That's what he's basically born to do, score goals. Now, he cannot win. He cannot win because he scored 3 goals in 2 games for Serbia, and the first thing that comes out of people's mouth is, oh, it's against farmers. And I'm like, okay, he cannot win. If that's the argument, he will never be able to succeed with us. He won't. Or the argument, oh, but in Italy, they play great defense. Bullshit. If people act like it's the year 1999. Defending in Italy is not a great thing anymore. Like, it isn't. Like, it's absolutely not true. You can pick out single teams. I get it. But overall, the defending is not good. It isn't. I think people are stuck in the past with, that, defending in Italy was great. And it was great. But you have also people saying, it's not catenaccio. We play great football in Italy. Yes, it has improved. The football has improved in Italy. But the defending has gotten worse. It has. It's even worse than back in 2012 when Conte came in my opinion. It's not good. Like, it's not good. It's not great. Like, it isn't. It isn't great. So he cannot win. If he scores goals, it's against farmers. If he doesn't score goals against the farmers, he's shit. So He cannot win at this moment in time, not for me personally, but he cannot win at this moment in time with certain people, He needs to score 20 goals spread over the last 10 games, and maybe he will get a shout then. That's the vibe I'm getting. Now, he has blame as well. Like, I'm just going to put that out there because otherwise people are going to say, oh, you're just not blaming him, blah, blah, blah. I do, and people who watch the channel, they know I come on after every single game and I said this and this wasn't good for him. But I've always ended with how many opportunities do we create in and around the box without including random crosses from Kostic. Hopefully we will get to the end of it, Like sometimes we do, most of the time though. We don't play like that. Like we just don't play, I believe, a sustainable brand of football to make him shine, because he will get the normal amount of goal, and then you have people saying, yeah, Milik or Vlahović or Morata will get you that. Yes, with that type of football, yes. And maybe you have a point, then yeah, sell him and get Morata back up top, and he will get you the same amount, because that's enough to win apparently. But when you have a striker you paid that amount of money for, who has the ability to score different type of goals in and around the box, because he knows how to finish. He does, and he's having a bad moment now. I will not argue that because I would look like an idiot. He's having a bad moment, but it's not that he's getting a shitload of chances. People are conflicting it, because he gets one chance and he misses it, and that's it for the entire game, and that's gonna stick with you. But if you create a couple of decent chances, he will put one or two away, and you will look at it completely different. But if you get one chance, you need to put it away every single game. The pressure is going to be insane. And I say one chance. In certain games, there's nothing. There's not even a chance. Like, absolutely nothing. Think about the Inter game. There was nothing out there, So, yes, it will look terrible. And yes, the pressure will be intense because he knows I'm going to get one chance a game, maybe two, and I need to put it away. If I don't, I'm screwed. That's the way we play now, and his play in general needs to improve again. But the way we play, you're not gonna get a striker getting the top amount of goals, because we paid that money for him to be that, for him to get those amount of goals. That's not gonna happen. The way we play, it's just not gonna happen. Look at Napoli. I look at how many goals Osimhen and I cannot pronounce the other guy's name, but the type of goals they made. Just look. I think everybody watched Napoli. Look the type of goals they make and the chances they created during. You can switch on a Napoli game and you're like, at the end of the day, at the end of the game, you need to maybe rewind to count the amount of chances Osimhen gets during a game, opportunities. It's ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And yes, he's going to score a couple of goals because they create so many chances. At one point, it's just going to go in, because of the amount of chances you create. You're just going to put some of them away, like by default, unless you're really, really bad. We are not doing this. Like, you can watch, and everybody watches us. How many chances real chances we create. Not danger in and around the box, because danger is Sule not taking a shot. That happens a lot of the times for all of our players up top. But real chances, we're like, oh my God, great save, or so close, or you needed to put that away. On a consistent basis, the fact that we can recall chances Vlahović missed in the previous weeks kind of needs to tell you that we don't create a lot, because I can recall chances Vlahović should have scored. And when I can do that, it's because we don't create enough clear-cut chances, in my opinion. I know a lot of people say we do create, yes, from crosses and all those things. Yes, those are chances. But even the last game, when was it Freiburg away? It was Kostic who put in a cross, and again, it was just one guy in the box, and Rabiot strolling to the edge of the box. I'm like, that's really, really difficult. Like, it's really difficult. It's really difficult for any striker. It will be difficult. Now, let's see how we will come back. Will this be a confidence boost? Who knows? I just don't get it. Me personally. Like, I'm not putting all the blame on Allegri, because I've said many times he has a certain amount of the blame he needs to take on him. Like, he does. Like, there's no doubt about that. But when I hear sell and go for the next one up, I'm like, we're just going down. We're just going into a circle, round and round, and we are going absolutely nowhere. Like, we're just going nowhere at this point. If we are gonna move like this, it's gonna be a very long rebuild, you know, because I believe he is that guy, and he will be that guy if we keep him. But let's see, I guess. Really quickly on Chiesa, because I was planning to do a Chiesa video. Went to Austria for a check with the doctor. Oh, I have the graphic, I think. Let me bring it up. So we went for the check. Romeo said positive checks for Chiesa in Innsbruck by Professor Fink. And the professor who also did the surgery on Chiesa just confirmed what J Medical said. There's no injuries, blah, blah, blah. So this kind of tells you, and shout out to whoever made that comment saying it's in his head, maybe. I don't know who that was a couple of days ago. It is at this moment in time. Like, it kind of, like, I'm not saying he doesn't feel pain, but I think he's a bit scared of the moment he feels pain. It's like, oh boy, because we've seen him coming off, and then after the game, Allegri's like, he has nothing. So fear is part of it. I think everybody who has that type of injury, I tore something, but it's different for me because I play once a week. I don't really train, so it's different. Not the high intensity, but you know, when you're out there again, the first games, weeks, you're scared. You know, everything you feel, you're like, oh, it's back. You know, or what about, you know, and you're not sure. Do I need to go full speed? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? That's normal. But it's been a while now. Maybe it's completely in his head now. I think he feels pain, but I think he feels a little bit of pain, and he's like, oh boy, what's gonna happen? Is this am I going to make it worse now? Do I need to come off? Do I need to continue? It's a weird situation. The good news is there's no injury, you know, because that's a top professor. I think he did so many surgeries on big, like, top players. So you need to go with their assessment. So there's no injury, which is a good thing, because Kostic has a problem, and he'll probably not play against Verona. So it's good news, I guess. But yeah, he needs to, I think, you know, get over that hurdle. At this point, I don't know, you know. It's a weird situation, but he needs to get over with it at one point, you know. But let's see. There's a lot of games now, big games. Maybe this is what he needs. Maybe the adrenaline, you know, the many games, the many opportunities. Maybe that's just what he needs to get back on track in terms of, you know, really staying on the pitch, not performance-wise. That will come, but like really staying on the pitch now. But that's that. Let me know in the comments what you think about that situation and the Vlahović one as well, because I have a feeling he can't win at this moment in time. Whatever he does, there will be an argument made about, but, you know, it's against that team or it's against that team, whatever. So let me know in the comments what you think, and go check out the podcast if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I will see you back tonight.